Hello and welcome back to Nickel City Nickel City everything. Nickel City X-Wing, everyone. We've got another banger. This is a Kyber Cup round 2 match. And it's a little bit of a first order mirror. It's close to being a fifth order mirror. We've got Benjamin flying his famous Kylo Tavson list versus JF Goudreau flying Kylo, a Sinar Jameis engineer, and Vonreg. Let me reorder that. I usually like to order this by initiative. There we go. So while they're setting up, placing ships, let's go down the list. Starting with Ben in the first order. He's got Kylo Ren with Sense, Prime Thrusters, and Proton Torpedoes, and a Fat Capson with Biohexa Crypt Codes, Advanced Optics, Supreme Leader Snoke, Captain Phasma, a Jamming Beam, and Advanced Sensors. And then for JF, we've got Kylo Ren with Extreme Maneuvers, Major Vonreg with Daredevil, and a Sinar Jameis Engineer with Advanced Optics. Yeah, double dial peak. Ben is one of our great players, but JF is no slouch. This is going to be an interesting matchup. These are super red A-Wing. They are. It's everything you like about A-Wings and more. So it looks like keeping Tavs and Kylo together. And JF's going for more of a spread formation. It's going to be critical for Tavson to get an early lock on Kylo for Biohexa Crypt Codes. Keep that coordinate round deep. Looks like they're setting dials. Reminder, this is a Kyber Cup match from Hexiled Gaming. Big tournament. I think there's about 15,000 people in that tournament. I'm not sure. Someone correct me on that. But I think there's more people than actually exist on the planet in that tournament. Betting is open. Which first order do you like? The 2-ship or the 3-ship? Keep in mind that Ben has initiative, so he's moving after JF's list. That could play a huge part in this game. It's mostly Scott's dummy accounts. Yellow Jacket. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Come on, man. It's betting time. Chris Saint, what's up, buddy? How you doing it? If you guys haven't followed Chris Saint, a friend of mine, go ahead, give him a follow. Looks like we are ready to go. Time has started. Sinar Jameis Engineer is going to kick us off with the 2-bank. Or 3-bank, rather. Paston's going to advance sensor and coordinate on the Kylo for a boost. To a barrel roll. I've practiced against Ben's list enough to know to never bet against it. And there is the one hard from from Tavson. Kylo now. 2 bank. And he would love it if that enemy Kylo would come in on him, but I don't think he's going to get what he wants there. Well, it's not coming in. It's going to be a barrel roll and a boost. Get behind that asteroid. Are these ships pegless? I don't know what that means. No, they're on pegs. Go back to dials here. So JF isn't going to commit Kylo into a 1-on-2 here, especially against a 4-dice Upsilon and a Proton Torpedo Kylo. Von Reg wants to be on the flank. A well-placed range 1 banger from the Epsilon could just wreck Von Reg. So I don't think Von Reg's going to go in and get hard here. Oh my god. What the fuck am I saying? I don't think Von Reg is going to go hard here. Christ. I am just the worst. Yeah, talk about it. Redeem better. The engineer silencer looks pegless. Can we get a zoom in? Sure. I don't know if that's just I don't know if he just made that clear or what. I don't know how I did that. It might just be an error in TTS. JF ships are the ones with designs on them. Pens are the stocks. Porgless and pegless. You're never alone, and there's a Porg nearby. Betting's still open right now. It's pretty much dead even, 6-5 in favor of Ben. It's going to be a sense on the Kylo, who's doing a 2-bank left. Focus boost there from the engineer. The City X-Wing, that playmat is gorgeous. Is that Eagle Nebula or something, or a custom job? So I don't know what nebula it is. I took a picture from the website of NASA, so a public domain picture. And it's like super heavily modified. Like there are so many filters on it that it bears almost no resemblance to the original picture. Kylo Ren now, 2 banking left. I wish I remembered what nebula it was, but I don't remember what nebula it was. It was just a picture off of NASA's website. But there's obviously the pixelate feature on there to get the dots, and then there's like soft layers, hard layers, overlay layers, I think posterized edges. My search history is just a bunch of words to make sure I don't misspell them. takes a strain to barrel roll and then boosts away. So it looks like Von Reich's going for that side attack. And I think that is going to be Dials. Just about 69 minutes left. Someone search. Greg's search history. Search history is stupid. It's a recurring yearly process where non-production environment needs to be partially synchronized with production data. I wrote the automation a few years ago after trying to do it manually once. Never again. Yes, Sabres suck. Let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves. They're not a good team. Down 2 goals, and I don't see them making that up against the Capitals with half the game left. Because they're just not great. Oh. I have it on my cell phone in front of me, so if you see me like I'm watching. You get one good sports team, Buffalo. Yeah, I mean, God, am I nervous about that game Saturday? Holy hell. Saturday watch party? I mean, I'll sit in a Discord with you guys if you want to watch the game while it's happening, but I can't promise you're not just gonna be hearing me yelling. I'm pretty intense. Yeah, you can do worse than the Seahawks. You could be like the Lions, the Jets, the Jags. Just like we go. I am always super hyped for hockey, and I'm literally wearing my Sabres jersey right now, so I'm trying to get into it. But I just know that it's going to be bad. There's the focus after the forward move. Trying to set up some range 3 shots. Hassan will advance sensor, reinforce, and take that too hard, trying to cut off Von Reich. I didn't vote, so I expect it to be a draw and a roll up. All right. You still have time to bet. Kylo thinking about an extreme maneuver here. Yeah, Kylo versus Kylo. And next match, we have another Kylo. So that one's with against some rebels. Rebelists, which I love. Big, beefy rebels. There's a focus. It's going to be an extreme maneuver boost. Von Reich 3 forward. Von Reich will deplete the barrel roll. That might get him out of range. It's going to be close. And a boost forward. And this is going to be a range 3 obstructed. So this is going to be 3 versus 3 here. through a cloud with reinforce. He's got to be careful. You do a damage on Tavson, could give him an action here. Kylo's going to leave that at hit crit. Tavson. Just considering spending the snow. I think there's no reason to take damage here. You're not going to do any meaningful actions. Any shots you get is likely obstructed. Is it worth it? My Blackhawks are rebuilding and are going to have a rough year. Yeah, Blackhawks, that's tough. But, like, it's like the come down from championship runs, you know? Got cups out of it. And he's going to spend and take no damage. Wait, no. If you spend the force, you take no damage. It's 2 hits. All right, so he does spend Snoke to not take it. Taking a lock is never a bad idea, but it's just not. This isn't a great shot either way. So is he getting? So this is going to be a 4v4 banger at the I-1 Engineer. Yeah, I don't feel bad for them either. And that's going to be 2 crits. The Engineer. Does he spend or take an early shield? And he will. I found that it's always better to preserve health for as long as you can, especially in the beginning here. You don't want to be taking early damage. The Engineer is going to take 3 versus 2. And gets 1. 2 dice. Absent will take a damage. It's on the shields. Does he grab a lock maybe on Kylo? The Capitals just scored again. The Sabres are now down 4-1. And that is indeed going to be a lock onto Kylo Ren. Where do you go next turn for Tavson? Go straight or go for blocks? Well, I don't know. That's tough. My thought is to bank Tavson a little bit. Like a 1 bank. You're eating that cloud no matter what, but you will get to advanced sensor. This does seem like it's going to be the critical engagement. We'll see if we get a sense spend here. Engineer does 3 turn plus a boost. JF Kylo 5 straight like a god. Could we see Von Reg and Kylo kind of bug out a little bit? I think a 2 or 3 hard from the engineer is probably right. Kylo does have extreme maneuvers. JF's Kylo, that is. That's good for him. Yeah, the engineer's not in danger, and even if the engineer is in danger, if like he goes all in on the engineer, there's a strong chance the engineer survives. Not only that, you've got the flank now. So I don't think Ben can commit to going all in on the engineer. If anything, Ben's going to have to commit to advanced sensors reinforce. And maybe just one straight Kylo here, or one straight Tafson. I kind of like the one bank. I think that covers more area where you can find where Kylo's going to be. But also keep in mind that does kind of limit where the friendly Kylo can be. Yeah, you can't commit to the engineer. I think you got to let the engineer flank and just take what it gives you. An advanced sensor focus and a huge 3 bank. Won't take a strain. Kylo. Kylo's going to go ahead and take a lock onto Major Von Reg. Ooh, and he gets the bump on Kylo. Tafson doing a little work. Von Reg's in a bit of trouble here. Von Reg is not in a good spot, and there is nowhere for Von Reg to go. Does a barrel roll boost maybe take you out of at least one shot from Tafson? Von Reg takes a deplete. And Von Reg will boost in. So this is going to be 3-on-3 now with the deplete. Von Reg into Kylo Ren. For 1. Kylo has the evades. Kylo now, 4v3. 3 hits, has a lock. We'll spend it. 4 big hits coming in. And Von Reg is down to 1. Kylo just misses on Tabson. Tabson will measure. Doesn't have. So this is range 2 on Tabson, range 3 obstructed on Kylo. I think this one's pretty clear. Go ahead and take this on Tabson. How much damage he can do to you. 3 dice into Tabson. 4, 2. Tabson flanks. Take 2 shields. Could change his target lock, but that's about the only useful thing you can do right now. He could coordinate into Kylo. Barrel roll if he thinks it helps. And he's going to spend a charge from Tabson to push the lock onto Von Reg. And the Sabres have scored, so yay us. 4-2 now. We're going back to dials. As we go back to dials, we do have a scoring update. Let's get Gerg in here. Gerg.
The score now is Ben 29 JF 0.
Thanks, Gerg. The Biojam is very good. But I don't see you being able to get a shot on Von Reg this turn. I don't know how you manage that. Also, I do believe this is going to be a missed trigger here. Captain Phasma would stress the opposing Kylo. But again, that is a missed trigger. Well, let's read it. Make sure it's actually a missed trigger. At the end of the engagement phase, each enemy ship that is not stressed gains 1 stress token. So that's a must. Oh, he just remembered. So that is a must. It's not, it doesn't say may, so it's not an option. So there it is. Yeah, you're right, sub. Not optional. You're right, Mr. Roger Crocker. Not optional. Ben is a little notorious for taking a lot of time to make his moves. He's very thoughtful when he plays these 2-ship lists. Takes a good chunk. make decisions here. Why he's such a good player? He's thinking 2-3 moves ahead. His goal at this point has to be take out at least one ship before Kylo dies and do a good amount of damage to the other. Like, that has to be the goal. Moniker says, I wouldn't trust Judge Maui as far as I could throw him. Are you really strong? Maybe you can throw him really far. Have we considered that Moniker is super strong? It's like Gorilla Arms in Cyberpunk and could chuck Maui all the way. Do you think we perhaps get a stop from Tabson? He could still advance sensor. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think that really works. Maui Micro, the question is, what flavor Snapple is the best? Oh, that's a good question. Maui, we're going to need an answer to that. What flavor Snapple is the best? Yeah, I think a 2 straight from the engineer still fits. I think what we're looking at for Tabson is a 2 right. 2 hard right, and then another 2 hard right to kind of get back in the fight. This might be a perfect time for Ben to actually disengage and try to set up shots coming back in. Oh, Maui. That's correct. Horns up for Maui. What a good answer. Every flavor Snapple is the best flavor Snapple. What a winner. That's a man who knows what he wants, grabs it. I was clapping. The broadcast doesn't let it through, but I'm fine with that because you can't hear my typing. Oh yeah, bets are still. We should close that. Thanks for catching that. All right. Bonright's doing a 3 bank. Kylo is doing a 3 straight. The knowledge is known. Sign our 2 banks and a bump. Tafson now. We are all the Republic. I'm reading that book right now. I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and they say that so much. There goes Tafson. He's out the door. And he'll just take a reinforce onto the rear. And Kylo is going to 2 hard in. I have found the book to be a little slow at points. It's like an entirely different kind of Star Wars vibe. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's a different era of Star Wars, so it's an entirely different Star Wars vibe, which it should be. It should be. I like that it's a different vibe. I want it to be a different type of Star Wars vibe. Have you tried to see where he is on Discord? Oh, you guys talking about Kyber match? Guy not showed up? Really? Kylo Ren, 3 straight. Stress clears. Can he make an extreme maneuver and then barrel roll into a shot? And hey, just a reminder, if you guys have Kyber matches going on and you want them on stream, I am available. You can't get Fun Walk, you can't get Scott, times don't work out or whatever. Talk to old Greg. Old Greggy might be able to hook you up. There's also other options. You got the Canon Clarinetist 312 Squadron X-Wing Debrief. You want to get your games on stream, it's a golden age to do it. There is a lock and boost for JF's Kylo. Vonreg, 3 bank. Now here's where Vonreg can be dangerous. He can take a deplete here, barrel roll, and then, you know, Daredevil in. He's gonna lock Kylo with the strain, and he's gonna do a Daredevil boost here. And I think that's just out there. Well, good job I didn't try to get it. Yeah, not wrong, one on Bully. Kylo Ren now, range 1 on the Sinar Jameis Engineer. Three. No advanced optics. Sinar Jameis Engineer. Takes 2. Shields down. Sinar Jameis Engineer is going to go range 1 back into Kylo. Hoping for the dice here. Another 4-on-3 banger. Roll. 1. Only 1. Kylo just needs a paint, any paint. Barely gets it, but he does in fact get it. We go back to dials. Yeah, he didn't spend. I'll show you the dark side. That was a free opportunity to do it. That one is a May. That one is a May. How long for Tavson to come back? 3 turns? 1, 2. Yeah, at least 3 turns. But this is why I wanted Tavson to get a lock on a Kylo, so he could use biohexa crypt codes and be useful right now. I think Kylo's pretty much destined to do a 1 or 2 hard here. I think that's pretty much the only move that makes sense for him. Maybe a 1 hard only to block a 1 hard from the Sinar Jameis Engineer. I wonder if the Sinar Jameis Engineer is just going to start chasing Tavson, carrying him a little bit, because it should be easy for him to stay out of the arc. I know I'm late, but colors for the overlay. Oh, there's no real colors. We'll make this Kylo red. And this guy is yellow, but it's a custom paint job, so it doesn't look yellow on the thing. So that's nice. That fast Tavson was sneaky. If he would have gone a little slower, he would have probably got to kill Vonreg. Maybe. Maybe indeed. Vonreg's great at knife fighting here. 1 hard, taking the strain, barrel roll, daredevil boost. Already have the lock available. JF's Kylo is the one with the paint job. He brought a custom paint scheme. That's JF's Kylo. And a nice little looking Vonreg, if I don't say so myself. Kylo is doing a 2 bank. He does have extreme maneuvers. And no sense from Ben's Kylo. The engineer, here it comes. Just gonna focus. Seemed like a nice time to get target lock there. Unless Kylo turns in on him, maybe it's smart to focus up here. We'll see. Oh, Navi, boo. Boo. Thinking about an advanced sensor action here. He's going to advance sensor, a lock for Kylo. Onto the opposing Kylo. And a 3 bank. That is drastic. And ooh, what a Talon roll from Ben's Kylo. You don't see him do Talon rolls a lot. He can still barrel roll. He can still boost. He does have prime thrusters. This is Endo. This is where I got the list from. My list is a little bit different than his, but this is where I got the inspiration for it from. He does. He barrel rolls left. Good call, Epionic. Seems like good players all manage to think the same. I don't know if there's anywhere for Kylo Ren to go. Just put yourself in a better position for next turn. You're eating a proton torp this turn, I think. I wonder if the one hard right from Vonreg would actually clear here. Yep, Ando. Ben won a tournament with this list that we played, and I was like, this looks like fun. That's where I got it from. And so all of your misery in life comes from this list is because of Ben. Bet to all. Kylo will focus. And looks like he's trying a barrel roll. Vonreg 1 banks. Ooh, can Vonreg take a strain to barrel roll to the left and then Daredevil boost in? Does he have enough room? I think it's probably worth a shot here. Cloud may squeeze him. It may. But I think you gotta try, right? Like, you have to give it a shot. If there's, unless you're 100% certain that that cloud is gonna get you, you have to try this. You already have a lock. You'd get 4 big dice into the enemy ships, the enemy list's like biggest threat. He tried a Daredevil boost. It did not fit. Vonreg, no shot. Kylo Ren, Proton Torpedo, 4v3. We'll spend the lock on 2. And he's only going to get 3 hits out of this. Opposing Kylo. Oh, 3 eyes. Spends the focus. The torpedo manages nothing. Signar Jameis Engineer now is going to get a range 2 banger onto Tafson. No dark side. Ben's optics for hit crit. And that's going to be half points on to Tafson. He's going to spend 1 charge to jam Vonreg. And we'll spend a 2nd charge to get a lock onto the engineer. The tyranny of 3 greens continues. Great move by Ben with 0 reward. It is a dice game. Someone give me an exclamation point Sri Lanka, please. Hey, while we're here, if you guys are liking what you're watching, some good games here. If you're enjoying the stream, why not give us a follow? We appreciate all the follows. If you're really liking it, hey, hit the subscribe button. No pressure. You don't have to. It's fine. But please join our Discord, exclamation point Discord in chat. Join our Discord, join our community. We'd love to have you. And if you want to play on stream, exclamation point signups. We do X-Wing Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. We do Among Days, that's Among Us, on Mondays. We have a really great time with that. That's at 6:30 p.m. And we do Marbles, like tomorrow, on Friday at 7 p.m. Sometimes we stream on Saturdays, sometimes not. Just really depends. We'll kick it in with like a Squadron stream or like a Rocket League stream or something when I'm bored. But other than that, that's kind of our community. We have a really great time, and we'd love to have you be part of it. And thank you so much for taking time and stopping by for this match. Appreciate you. Well, that's the first time that spiel has ever worked. Gordo3, thank you so much for the follow. I like the Porg. Okay. Again. Did you have game 3 sword? Yeah, game 3 sword. It's going to be him versus a new player. Looking forward to that one. First time on stream. It'll be Foxhound, a new player. I've heard this before. No, I don't know if he's new to X-Wing, but I don't think he's played on our stream before. New to me, new to you. It's like buying a used car. It's new. Counts. Oh, Saber score! Let's go! 4-3. Handsome Will using a unit. Oh my god. Handsome Will is so good. Maybe. Might be a Metal Gear fan. I've never played the Metal Gear games. I know people love them. I just haven't. They came out in a time when I wasn't really playing games. Like, there was just an area of time where I just wasn't into games. I had other priorities. Like guitar. And then I realized, oh, I could do both. Isn't the foxhound a type of dog too? Am I wrong? And Washington scores. Great. Fucking hell. 5-3 now, Washington. So 1 hard right, 3 cents coming in from Vonreg. 3 bank from the Sinar. Yes. sure going to get a shot on Tassin, who has to be doing a 2, maybe a 1, but I think probably a 2. He's going to boost, and I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, does he combo it to a barrel roll? He's going to boost barrel roll. And could he be trying to catch Vonreg off the board? That's a... I don't think that's close to... Missed it by that much. Tried to get the 6-point play. Kylo, that's a little far for my liking. Yeah, that's the problem with that move is like Capson's now behind you. Kylo will take a lock onto Kylo. Call it a day. And he's for sure got a boost. He can boost barrel roll or probably boost to the right and be fine. He does. And he just stays there. Vonreg the 1 hard. You can go take a lock. We're going to get a Daredevil boost. And this is the first real shot that Kylo has taken. Definitely a dangerous one here. So at any point, green dice can fail. It's going to be 3 on 3. Vonreg spends the lock on both. Hit crit. Kylo. Kylo will spend both force, take a shield. And now Kylo's in a terrible spot, if you ask me. Got about 25 minutes left, and Ben's down in this match. Like, kind of feels like Ben's had the upper hand, but Tapson's been half pointed, and that's a fat Tapson. Vonreg's sitting on 1 hull, but I don't see how you get a shot on Vonreg here. I agree, Navi. 100%. Why? Like, I understand the impetus go for the 6-point play. But you've got advantage in the game right now. You've got everything's going your way right now. Kylo's in a terrible position to get a shot. Vonreg's behind him. I don't think he has room for a Talon. He might be able to fit in a Talon, but that's close. Maybe closer than you like. You've got all the time in the world with your engineer to make a play. Looks like we're set. So a free sense coming in on the Kylo, and Kylo is one hurting. Sinar takes that too hard. Get a target lock on Tafson. And a barrel roll. Tafson now. He did, but what do I want to do? Tafson will advance sensor a target lock, or a jamming off the target lock. And he just does a stop. Again, you guys know my policy on tournament games that mean something. I don't get involved unless I have to. If it's like a must, then I'll get involved. If it's a may or something stupid, I will not get involved. And a focus boost from Kylo. Exactly, Nabi. And Kylo, one hards. He'll take that boost, kind of just get out of the way for Von Reg. Von Reg will probably strain for a lock again. And we'll get another Daredevil boost. Again, Kylo can't keep letting this happen. And I wonder if Kylo's now setting himself in position to get closer to Tafson and drag this fight more towards Tafson here. So, another 3-on-3 banger. Spends a lock. And that is 3. Kylo rolls. Takes 2. That's half points on Kylo. The game's starting to slip away from Ben a little bit here. He needs to get Tafson involved. About 19 minutes left. I fully expect Kylo Ren to be bolting fast. Yeah, Michael Bolton fast. Real fast. A reminder, this is game 2 of 3 tonight. We do have a nightcap for you. Should be a good one. Rebel Big Babies versus some more First Order. This is a Rebel game. Gonna have what? What are they gonna have? Listen, you don't get 2 commands. Yeah, you guys, he's a really big A-Wing that hits harder. No system phase here. Sonar. Hugh Harding takes a focus and a boost. Absent. Hugh Harding. Stay stressed. Here comes Kylo Ren. And Kylo will just boost right. Probably he didn't focus boost, but we'll see. There's a 3 hard from Kylo. Could we get a focus Daredevil, focus extreme maneuver, perhaps? And that is exactly what we're going to get. On reg to 3 straight. Strains for a target lock. And a regular boost. On reg, range 2 on the Kylo Ren. For 1 hit. Ends the lock. 2 hits. Kylo, 2 evades. Kylo on Kylo, 3 on 3, unobstructed, range 2, double modded here. Spends the lock. Hit crit. Kylo, ooh. Hit crit. This could be curtains for Kylo. It's a loose stabilizer. That is a terrible one for him to get at this point in time. Kylo will do a dark side trigger. And he's going to put something on him. And it's going to be a panicked pilot. Tavson could coordinate the repair. Tavson's stressed, though, I believe. Yeah. Tavson is still stressed, so he has to do a blue to coordinate that repair if he wants, and Tavson desperately wants to get back in this fight. And I think Ben's got to hurry up a little bit here. Try to make a little most of the time he's got left if he wants to make up this point differential. Looks like it's JF taking the team here. Seems like an easy 2-forward focused extreme maneuver to me. But we'll see. Looks like we're ready to go. Gonna check Von Reich's bullseye. Doesn't get it. Too hard right from the Sinar James engineer. We'll take a boost right. Capson. Oh. The blue maneuver eclipsed the cloud. He won't get in action. And if he dialed a bad maneuver in with Kylo now, thinking he might have got it, that could be curtains for Kylo Ren. Kylo, he did not though. Kylo did a 5. He repairs crit, boosts and barrel roll, takes 2 stress. Kylo 2 harding away. And Kylo will basically run away. On right, 4 forward. Von Reich probably has a shot here. He'll take a strain. Or target lock on Lieutenant Tafson. And takes a focus. That is range 1 and it is not obstructed. And Tafson is strained, so whatever hits the get going through. Spends the lock. And that's going to be 3. Tafson and we'll spend 1 charge for a lock. Puts it on Kylo. And we'll get the focus. Listen to me. Range 3, 4v5. Double modded for Tafson. Rocket bot past me, Peter. And that's as good as a natty as you're gonna get. 3 hits and a crit. Hello. And focus, horse and gas cloud will keep Kylo full health. Von Reich gets stressed. We've got about 8 minutes left. And a lot of points for Ben to make up in 1, maybe 2 turns. It's only 1 turn with the pace of play right now. Vonreg 1 hard, SGE 1 hard, Kylo 2 hard away. Yeah, I mean, pretty much just gotta run away. One hard from the signer. Focus boost. Three straight from Tafson. Yeah, Ben would pretty much have to kill Kylo Ren at this point to win. Kylo, 2 bank right. Can still boost. Prime thrusters. He will. Kylo, 4 forward. He's kind of working himself into a bit of a corner. It's going to be an extreme maneuver boost. Gonna stay there. And Vonreg, 1 hearts over the cloud. Never punished. He'll strain himself for a barrel roll to the right. So Vonreg, he can put in 3. He's got it. The roll, only 1. Vonreg or Tafson gets 1 die and takes 1. Yeah, it looks like the reinforce is on the front, and Tafson's going to take focus. No shots. Sino Jameis engineer now. Range 3. It looks like the front. If he said back, I didn't hear it. The optics for 2. 2 dice now. Tafson. 1, 2.
No.
Hey, just because it's a must, you got a fast one. Looks like we're ready to go. A pretty all or nothing round here. Engineer 2 hard. I know! They ignored the white hand ping. Bunch of dicks. And a stop there. Oh, he's going for it. Focus boost from Kylo Ren. Three hard. Can he make it out? Probably can make it out of a shot here. Barrel rolls front left. And boost forward, and that is indeed out. Vonrag's gonna take the bump. Kylo Ren gonna get shot here. This is range 3 obstructed, 3 versus 5 for the kill on Lieutenant Vonreg. For 2. Vonreg 2 evades. Kylo now. Range 2. For 1. Spends Snoke Force. And the Sinar Jameis Engineer. Range 2. Focuses for hit crit. Halfs in 1. Takes a crit. It's a damaged engine. And they're just going to let it go to time. Geez, congratulations to JF Goudreau on the victory. What an AC game. I mean, not one ship died. How many games have you seen? Like, honestly, I actually want to know this. How many games have you seen where not a single ship has died? Not many, right? It can't be many. It's not possible for it to be many. Hey, I appreciate you guys playing. Thank you so much. That was a really, really interesting, good game. Well, let me get them the final score. I have 100-29. I have 100-29 on my screen. All right, guys. We'll be back. Let's call it 9:45 with game 3. Should be a good one. We'll see you in just a few.